Hi, we are Thankfully True, and today we're going to share with you some great tips, about 16 tips of things that you can do at home with your children whilst they're off school due to the recent outbreak of coronavirus. These are things that you can do with your children and they can do independently, so here goes. Number one is languages. Explore a new language with your children, or you can let them explore independently. Ask them what languages they're learning at school, or if they want to explore a new language. And YouTube is a brilliant tool with Language Pod 101, offering a wide range of languages, worldwide languages that you can learn free of charge using your phone or tablet, and you simply play and let them repeat. You'll be surprised how much they absorb. Number two, music. Music plays a major role in our household. We have musicians in our house, in our family, and we tend to let the children play as loud as they like. Different instruments, try new instruments, and sometimes as well use the instruments to help them read and make up songs along with different books and stories. It's a great way to get them to use both sides of the brain as well, and also get creative and compose. We love the music, but I understand if you'd prefer the quieter option. Maybe get yourself some earplugs or get them some headphones. We also try and encourage them to do YouTube tutorials as well. They have brilliant tutorials for a range of instruments, and also you can tailor it to songs that are popular that you allow them to listen to and that they enjoy to sing and dance to as well. To play something that they love is remarkable. The way that they adapt to it and the way that they enjoy it is priceless. You can also find lots of music theory lessons and tutorials on YouTube to practice things like scales and arpeggios and get them really thinking about how they're playing and to make what they're learning a little bit more sophisticated and also challenging, because it grasps the attention for so much longer when it's done this way, because they're actually climbing uphill to learn something and absorb new information. It's always a great way. Number three, shop bought academic resources. It's a great way to keep up to speed with what your children have been learning at school. Sometimes these resources can get expensive, so if you have more than one child, try and photocopy pages for in-house and share them amongst the siblings, or write up your own resources using the books that you've bought, and be creative. Make simple sums, get them to use number lines and things like that, and so they can self-mark and self-correct their work, and also get them to teach each other. You could also create word and sentence boards and walls around the house at random so that they can sight read, they can sound out words as they're travelling around the house to do different things. You'll find it's a great way for them to learn sounds and connect words together. Use the resources as well that you have tucked away that you're saving so that they don't get ripped. Take them out. What's the worst that can happen? Also use YouTube as well for sight words and sounds, because it's great for that, and you can also use the resources that you have in your hand and things that you've bought from shops to help them with that sight reading. Number six, create little libraries around the house to encourage reading at random. Use little cushions and chairs, just randomly stand books upright so they look attractive, and this will encourage children to just pick them up and read. Allow children to read to each other as well, younger to older and vice versa, and get the younger ones up to reading through symbols and pictures, and also encourage the use of the dictionary. Number seven, life skills, the things that you don't usually have time for during a term or a working week. Get them cleaning pots, scrubbing pots. Yes, you can turn it into a competition, make it fun, have a prize at the end for the shiniest pot. You could also use your tools and create a basic toolbox using maybe a tape measure or screwdrivers. They can go around measuring or assembling plugs, learning how to use tools safely, maybe for ages 4 and up. Get the needle and thread out and sewing machines and get them sewing. Creates great projects, ongoing projects as well, that don't need to be rushed and have a means to an end. Our children make bow ties, handbags and chokers. They make them as gifts, or sometimes they sell them at local community events too. It gives them a great focus for a long period of time, but also something that they can get creative with and decorate at their leisure. Use old clothes too instead of buying new material. The third aisle in places like Aldi are just brilliant for arts and craft stuff. This particular arts and craft kit we bought from Aldi, and it was like a colouring kit that you can also wear. Made a brilliant costume out of it, and they're still going now. Number 8, why not subscribe to our channel and binge watch some of our videos for a bit of screen time. You'll all learn something and be highly entertained. Videos for the whole family, all of them are child friendly, and you'll enjoy them and have a giggle at the same time. Number 9, why not get creative and make some Easter bonnets? So, I mean, you don't know how long you're going to be off for, but who needs an assembly to have an Easter parade? You can have one around your house, you can have one with family and friends, and you can just share that time together, creating, using odd bits and bobs to make something beautiful. We made ours out of lampshades last year, and we will be recreating them this year, recycling what we already made and adding new things and using what we already have. It's a great way as well to get them thinking about how they'd like to style their hats, and it gets really creative. I love to see the end results of what they make. Number 10, constructional toys. Oh, constructional toys are brilliant. They create problem solving. They help develop the brain to think about how they can create things above their wildest imagination. It's just brilliant watching them use constructional toys, things such as Lego, stickle bricks, octons, and adults you will not be able to resist. Honestly, you won't. You can ask local charity shops if they have any in stock. Our local charity shop is called New Start, and they sell their kids toys and jigsaws and little kits for 50p each. I mean, you cannot go wrong with that. You can also ask family and friends if they no longer use their jigsaws and constructional toys, and maybe buy them off them or swap or have hand-me-downs. Make dens out of sheets, curtains, anything. Sometimes the children use dressing gowns. This particular set we got from the works for $9.99, and we do add to it every so often, but it's been going for years. They use it to make tunnels and all sorts. You can also use tables and chairs. Number 11, role play costumes. You can use costumes that are from charity shops, that are old book day costumes, Halloween costumes, and also dressing up clothes that you no longer use as adults. You can cut the sleeves and make them shorter and smaller. And also, don't be afraid to dress up as adults. It's great. Number 12, wrap up and get outside. You can take your instruments out. You can use chalk and draw on the concrete. You can also set up little areas for water play, using your old containers, pots and pans that you no longer use. Use your garden, use it. But I'd also advise that you have a basket of warm, dry clothes next to your garden door so that you can change them as soon as they step foot inside the house. Garden's being repaired at the moment, but a great way for us to entice our children to go outside was to also have a fruit snack served outside. That always encourages our lot. Nicely brings us on to number 13, food. Glorious food and beverage. Smoothies, porridge sprinkled with fresh frozen berries, or make smoothies and top with dried seeds. Celery, cucumber, coconut water smoothies. Save the pulp, freeze it and use it in soups, and the juice is amazing. Are you aware of the panic buying that's taking place at the moment? I have heard about it, but I think everyone seems to be buying the wrong foods. You need to be buying fresh fruits, fresh fruit and veg, because that is going to be going to waste because people are buying tins. You need to be buying dried foods that you can soak and boil and cook, and it will stretch much further than a tin. Remember, fresh fruit and veg can be bought and frozen as well, chopped and frozen into portions so that it can be used in smoothies, to make ice creams, to make soups. And you can also use the fresh veg and make pizzas using flatbreads or French sticks, which is like a crusty bread. You can also use cauliflower and make little nuggets as a great snack. Flatbreads can also be a great alternative to sliced breads to use for sandwiches or wraps, or even making them into fresh veg toasties as well. You can use them in the toasty maker and cut them into little triangles, and they make great snacks too for children and adults. Using your soaked and boiled dried beans, in this case I used black-eyed peas and mixed it with a tin of beans, and it stretched it to enough for 4 portions. For dinner ideas, you can use sweet peppers and fill it with your fresh veg as a stir fry. You can make fresh green salads using all the greens and sweet corn, and you can even use your soaked beans and make a curry and have it with chips and a side salad, or use brown rice and fresh greens, or even make nice rice and peas, have some plantain and avocado, or I love steamed veg with crackers. Oh, I love that. I love serving it with white gluten-free rice. Red lentils too, with a side salad and rice. Nice juicy dinner. Red lentils are great also for soups. Look at the back of your packets as well. You'll find recipes. I looked at the back of flour and I found great recipes for biscuits and cakes and things that you can freeze as well and into portions. You can ration them into daily portions, freeze them and defrost them. You can also get the children to make and ice them so that they're involved. And also they're a great way to have a little sweet snack already there at the go, so you don't have to go and buy the packet stuff from the shops. Get all those dark bananas, mash them and make banana bread. You can freeze it too. Popcorn! This is a popcorn you can make whilst you're watching our videos or when you're having your general screen movie time. You can make them with chia seeds. Just mix it into the icing sugar and make a sweet popcorn served with raisins. Number 14. As much as we love our children, you do need a creative outlet as adults. As parents, why not recycle all that tin food you've been buying and make some desk tidies? Or you can upcycle and recover your plant pots and add old broken jewellery accessories to pretty them up and add a bit of colour to your already beautiful home. And for the guys, I know you have a list as long as the Nile of odd jobs that you need to do. So now's a great time to crack on with that list. I do also believe that it's a great time to just take a moment to relax, whether that's having more naps during the day, having lie-ins, doing a bit of yoga, meditation, playing relaxing music, just relaxing and enjoying your children and enjoying the company of your family being together, as during the term times it can get quite busy, so just relax. Please do comment below with your other ideas about what you can do within the home, because my ideas might not suit one family, but yours may suit another. Let's make it a community effort to help each other. There are no right or wrong answers, so do flood the comments below with your ideas. Let's keep the families affected by the coronavirus in our prayers, and let's just take the time to be thankful for those that we have around us. Thank you.